Hi, how are you?
We are here because this man, D. Luke, Ruggin whatever, is guilty of these crimes. Harassment, bad cosplay, and crimes against birds. How do you plead, Mr. D. Luke?
Not as guilty as he is sitting in that chair incorrectly.
How did this happen?
Sit in your god...
What happened?
And he's back.
Okay. Anyways,
Not guilty.
Okay. Prosecution. What do you have to say about these charges?
Mr. Ragenfinde here is entirely guilty of all three of these.
Do you have any evidence to prove at least one of these charges?
Yes, and I also have my cousin Vinny. Now, as everybody knows, D. Luke's, if you could say, ultimate technique, it causes quite quite extensive amount of damage. And now, there's a citizen in Mondstadt known as Little Timmy. Nobody likes him, but still. I firsthand witness D. Luke go on, run up to Little Timmy, who was just feeding his pigeons, and use his ultimate technique, which strongly resembled a flaming phoenix that had the same amount of impact as a rocket similar to the one you see here.
Is that all?
Yeah, he fucking killed those birds.
What do you have to say for this, Mr. D. Luke? Because if this is true, you got quite the ammunition, and I can respect that. But anyway, what do you have to say?
Assuming I would waste such a technique on pigeons and Little Timmy is absurd. But why would I do that?
Objection, Your Honor. No one likes Little Timmy.
Yeah, I don't like you either.
Yes, but no one. Oops. Nobody likes Little Timmy more.
Calm down.
He's lying.
Continue.
In fact, you yourself have told me that you went and used your technique.
Are you gonna continue?
No, he killed those birds.
And you that's all you have to say, is that it would be absurd that you would waste such a talented technique.
On pigeons, but I also have evidence to prove it in fact
Please get
did
that.
not happen.
Right, that is, he has to kill those birds.
Plasma bazooka or something. What the heck?
So this,
Ooh.
as you can see, is not the weapon I use, but it was the weapon Little Timmy identified at the scene of the so-called crime. I know quite a few people who use a sword like that.
Objection. No weapons were left at the scene of the crime.
Then why did Little Timmy say there were? And specifically point that one out.
Nobody likes Little Timmy.
That is
for a
true.
reason. I fail
So
to believe in
far,
any way,
from
shape,
what I
or
can-
form there was a sword left there.
I fail to see how anyone, myself included, and especially in this case, would go out of their way to kill a child's bird simply for hating him.
No, you don't.
Cause fuck them kids, that's why.
The only one I
I'm
hold
gonna
a
shut up. Continue.
The only one I hold a grudge to is that over there. If I were to use such a technique on another person, it wouldn't be a child and innocent pigeons.
If
Also,
you're proven innocent, I would like to see that technique used on this one. But anyway, continue.
it can be arranged. And as you can see right here, this is the type of weapon I use. Not at all like that. Would you mind showing us your weapon?
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, I have a long sword, not a short sword.
You also have an RPG, which was apparently similar to what was used to kill the birds. And if I didn't do it,
The technique indeed.
and if I didn't do it, and you have an RPG that was almost exactly what happened on the bridge, something seems off here.
Well, the RPG can't make a phoenix, now can it, say?
Why would I use the bird to kill the birds?
A simple taste in irony.
Speaking of iron,
Are you known for said irony?
the only iron I'm known for is my winery. I have a sample in the back that can also prove where I was at the time of the crime.
Get that. Is the prosecution
It's
turning
gonna
into
be-
the defendant?
It's gonna be extremely hard. Let's take a moment from the case. It's gonna be extremely hard to go through everything else with as much detail as we're putting into the birds.
As you can see here with this bottle,
Right.
have a taste if you like. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I'd say it's pretty good. Not that I've tasted it, I only prefer grape juice. Only feedback I've heard from everyone, including this one over there. What I was busy doing was making said wine, not killing pigeons.
I have to say, quite an odd choice for the containment. But it does taste pretty well.
Only a sample bottle.
Okay. So, I am willing to put these crimes against birds as much as I am now in the mood for chicken. I'm gonna put that aside. Now, what about the harassment charge? Do you have anything to say about that, prosecution?
Well, you see, a traveler who came long away from Mondstadt. In fact, this will go toward the bad cosplay as well. Have you ever heard of the Dark Knight hero?
I've heard stories, and I've seen Monty Python too. That was one of the best scenes.
That's the Black Knight.
Oh wait, right, Dark Knight. Fuck. Wait, it's fucking. It's a bad night for me. Anyway, yes, continue.
Clearly,
What the hell did you-
you've never had wine like mine.
I mean, I've had wine, but anyway.
Now, I would love to call a witness to the stand, but it would seem I don't have a witness to call to the stand. I would like to call my witness to the stand anyway. May I?
Go ahead.
Traveler! Yes. I'm here. Now, take my seat. Okay. Now we need a bailiff.
I can just do it.
No, shut up. I got a bailiff.
Oh my god, now you're just making this harder.
Okay. Where's the book? Where's the book? Where's the book?
It's right here. It's
There's
right
the book.
there.
Place your hand on the book and say, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
This is stupid.
I do?
have a subtitle under this the whole way through.
You're free to talk.
I'm just gonna have a subtitle under this the whole time, just saying we need friends.
Yes. God, this is so stupid.
No. On one eventful night, it's been seen that Master D. Luke was fighting with an Abyss Mage. And this was during times they were talking about the Dark Knight Hero rumors, correct? This is true, yes.
It's not polite to laugh in your witness's face.
Shut the fuck up!
Oh, sword! Now then, during this time you have in fact learned that the Dark Knight Hero is in fact D. Luke Dragonvinder. It's no secret among those of us in the court here, correct? This too is true, this too is true.
Maybe it's just me, but the witness sounds a lot like the prosecutor.
Hush. Now, in fact, that we have proven that D. Luke is in fact the Dark Knight Hero, doesn't that sound like another familiar case? In fact, there's another hero from a certain comic universe in which that is referred to as the Dark Knight.
Is it the rich guy who lost his parents?
That's the one.
What about it?
Well, as you can see, that one dresses in all black, stands at about 6'2".
I see.
He's rich, he lost his parents.
Is the brown on my coat too similar to black for your liking?
Those suits need plenty of voltage, by the way. So as you can see, clearly getting labeled as the Dark Knight Hero, and not being able to quite resemble that right, proves that Master D. Luke here is performing quite a horrid cosplay. By the way, what's the other crime? I can't remember. Harassment!
That one.
Now,
Is your
From what
witness
I
still
hear-
there? I don't remember.
yes, I'm talking to him. From what I hear, Traveler, upon you finding out that D. Luke was the Dark Knight Hero, he in fact decided to force upon you the fight with the Abyss Mage he was in the middle of. Do you really have to remind me? I remember this quite vividly. In fact, it was such a night. Me and my emergency food, we were gone ahead, we were walking down the stairs, and he came by and was like, yes, I don't understand these rumors about why I'm called the Dark Knight Hero. Yes, he did. He very obviously did. But, so, me and my emergency food decided to offer him help, and rather, what he did, he said he doesn't need help. He's been taking care of all of it himself, and then he told us to take care of the fight for him. You bastard.
What is this emergency food? Are you on drugs?
Her name is Paimon.
Ah!
A fight with the
Ah,
Abyss
no,
Mage's
there's no need to be
minions,
so
not
shut
at
up.
all the actual
There's
Abyss
no need-
Mage. He was finished by my own hand.
In
Continue.
any case, there's no need to get violent, Mr. Traveler. In any case, even if the Traveler's account was off, being that the fight was forced onto him and such, you may return to your seat. I no longer need my witness. Though his account may have been slightly off due to the intense heat of the moment of which you left from what it seems to be your job, you... Now, forcing on something to a civilian, a guest a month, that surely is enough to prove harassment, is it not?
I see your point, I see your point. Mr. D. Luke, do you have anything to say about this? Despite the time you interrupted, but I want to actually hear you.
Yes, in fact, actually, this isn't the first time the Traveler's been forced into action. Most times of which I've been involved, recently, at least within the cases revolving around Mondstadt, though none are by my own hand. He has a tendency to jump into troubles and handle them just as well as myself. This was no different. Besides, I have a business to run.
Thus proving the point, he left his own duties on our guest.
Duties? I don't recall them being official duties now. Do you? I don't have any paperwork about them.
Well, on the contrary.
Hey, I didn't... Okay. This angers the judge.
Shut up!
I shall take another sip.
Here we have the declaration of war that was placed between the Dark Knight Hero and the Abyss Order.
Certificate of death.
You're not very intelligent creatures. But there's an officially printed paper there, thus leaving the responsibility to the Dark Knight Hero of the Abyss Order's attacks in that point in time.
I have my own paperwork
Explain
to prove
yourself.
otherwise.
Get that paperwork from me.
This here is a service,
Grab it! Alright, there you are.
a receipt service by the acting Grandmaster Jean. Her last name. Thanking
I
me,
forget last names too, that's why I didn't care about yours.
thanking me for my service as myself and not as this vigilante. Therefore proving no official documentation towards this vigilante that he claims I am. And in fact, to me, myself, a former, loath as I am to admit it, member of the Knights of Favonius. This document
To
states...
counteract this.
This document states that though I am not a member of the Knights of Favonius, my service was in fact needed and greatly thanked.
Yes. That declaration of war was taken care of the Dark Knight Hero. Not the Luke Regan.
You'd
And
pres-
curiously enough, we have already been over, Your Honor, that it is no secret to the court that although he's denying it again, that he is in fact the Dark Knight Hero.
I find it incredibly ironic, as he was bringing up earlier, he'd use such an inexcusably low tactic as to bring what could easily be a false document from enemies into the court, whereas mine is an official document from the Heroes of Mondstadt.
This is true. This is true.
Solid evidence from the...
I dropped the fucking line. Anyway. God, what the fuck did you put in that shit? I cannot think.
I'll bring you grape juice next time.
Please do. So in terms of these charges, bad cosplay is a stretch, so I'm dropping that one.
Coward. Sorry, that was completely out of character.
Shut
That was Azure Details, in fact.
The harassment charge will also be dropped so far. So honestly, you don't really have shit. Unless you have something else that can prove these otherwise, because I only see what? This is like 2 pieces of evidence for you.
Allow me to see what else I have, because I only remember my cousin Vinny.
Am I in a courtroom full of orphans?
So, yes. So, I have a problem.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I completely forgot what my story was about the pot. But I had a solid story about it.
And what is the story?
Where he put the birds. You can see they were cooked, and this is a pot directly from the Dawn Winery.
Dear,
And as you can...
explain yourself.
I will, with another piece of evidence, if I may.
Mind you, before he gets that, hang on. That does add on to harassing little Timmy's pigeons. Well, harassing little Timmy in general, killing those pigeons.
Alright. My next piece of evidence will disprove all of this. This right here. This is not a flower. Now, if I may, this is in fact the sack that I received this month, containing the Dawn Winery's documented purchase of poultry, the only poultry I'd ever use.
Poultry.
Not any ordinary
Pigeon
birds
does not sound
from
like
off
poultry.
the street.
What do you have to say about this?
But there's no proof to that being the official delivery.
What, do you have like a receipt or anything that can prove this to be true?
I have a receipt, but I didn't have the space for it in my locker. If I can go grab another piece, I can show you the documentation.
Unorthodox, but I'll allow it. Let's be honest.
This right here is the log, a sign-in sheet, if you will.
Well, this checks out. Seems plausible to me. Unless you have something to say about this.
says visitor.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a sign-in sheet. You walk in, you sign that you were here.
You don't.
It's for their documentation as well as our own.
It's a
See
falsified
that,
paper.
yes. How is it falsified?
Because he said it was a delivery, but if he had to go ahead and get it, it was never delivered.
I had to go into the shop, make the purchase for the delivery. It's the same as if you
Allow
buy
me to prove otherwise.
We're getting his final evidence. The sword.
My cousin Vinny!
And what does this have to do with the case?
Absolutely nothing. That's why I keep the kid did it.
this is false. He doesn't have any cousins.
So as you can see here, I have from their place, from the shop, and
Who the hell uses that type of computer nowadays?
Mondstadt is very behind in times.
As far as I know from researching, aka playing the game and realizing that it is a lot as superior as mine, there is no technology like that in Mondstadt.
Alchemist, am I right?
I've seen enough. I shall let the jury decide.
I'd also like to call one witness to the stand to prove one more point.
Cancel that. Continue.
I'd like to call you to the stand.
Oh boy.
So, let's specify
And
here
now I'm.
for-
Hang on. Shut up. Hang on. God damn it. I'm not okay. Continue.
So, you seemed a little confused about a purchase before a delivery, so I'll explain. You also look very high right now. Are you under the influence?
Hey, it's nothing for me to be
Trust
under
me,
the
buddy,
influence
it's okay.
of.
I'm under the influence too. That shit's good. Continue.
Okay.
So, for example, have you ever used a delivery service as such? Let's say maybe a pizza delivery. Pizza Hut, ring any bells?
No. Who's supposed to be at the witness stand?
You are.
Give me a moment. Okay? You were saying?
Can you come to the jury, please?
So let's say you were ordering from Pizza Hut, and you would maybe have a small Asian lady come to your doorstep to complete the delivery. Does it make more sense now?
There was this one time I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut, and I got a phone call. In fact, this lady's accent was was indeed thick and sounded of Asian descent. For when I got the phone call, excuse me for my mannerisms, but it sounded something like this. I answered it, I went hello, and then I heard, hello Pizza Hut. Hello Pizza Hut here, open your door. In fact, but that was the first time. The second time, I ordered from Pizza Hut. I got the phone call. I said hello, and again I hear the same call. Hello, it's Pizza Hut. Open your door. And I dropped my phone on the floor.
I'm drooling on my desk on my keyboard.
Oh, this is gonna be video. So it's a Jerry.
Let's get to fucking Jerry.
I think I proved my point. So I'll have to agree with that other guy. I enjoy Pizza Hut greatly.
Well, I guess we're in favor. Pizza Hut wins the case. I will be the jury representative. Is that representative? You know what I'm trying to say.
Spicy.
That's you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be here.
I can't breathe.
What are you talking about, my brother? I know what I'm doing here.
No.
I heard about the huts. I am here for the huts. We build lots of huts in my hometown.
All right, the jury rules in favor of Pizza Hut.
What am I supposed to say about that?
Pizza.
You smack the fucking gavel and go Pizza Hut.
Pizza.
So do I win? Can I go home?